All right, welcome back, everybody. Wow, I'm so excited. I've got some great things to show you all. So, I did a little bit more off-camera mining, or off-camera building, I should say, and I made our base look so much better now. I did a few things actually. I was gonna record it, and I started to, but man, it just got so long. I was just like, well, I'll just come back and just show them. It'll be a nice surprise. So, first of all, I mean, obviously you can see the base there, but I'd like to show you my sword first. So I made a brand new sword. Well, not brand new, actually. I just kind of upgraded the one I had. I ended up going to the bench and figuring out that,
I tried to mix medicinal herbs
um,
with pineapple
where is
juice.
it at?
It worked.
Up here. I ended up figuring out that on the workbench, the weaponsmith workshop, you can upgrade the weapons, of course, yes, but you can ascend them, which actually levels them up from green to blue, blue to purple, so on. I did, mess around with that, or well, I looked at it before, but never actually did it. Um, and I didn't even know for the longest time what those Tumbaga ingots are for or whatever right here. Yes, Tumbaga ingots. And that's what they are for, actually. So pretty cool. I was able to take our sword, level it up to epic level. So now it does 160 attack, 250 slash. It's S class and it's level 6. It increases our posture by 1. Attacks consume 20% less stamina. So really great. Additionally, I did go ahead and make the first level of the pistol here, so we got a little bit better of a pistol. And I bit the bullet and just went ahead and crafted the survivor bandana and the survivor jacket. I was like, it's whatever, we're gonna get better stuff here soon anyways on the third island, but it's fine, for now at least we can take a little bit more damage. So there we go. Those are some of the things I did gear wise while you guys were gone. Now let's take a look at the base. So first of all, I went around and I basically detailed all of the stairs. Okay, so before the stairs were just kind of like open, it was just literally like just the stairs themselves and that's it. I closed them all off with these wall pieces like this. Looks nice and clean. Nice and clean on that side as well. Nice and closed off, okay? So there's that. Same thing over here on this side. Closed it all off nice and clean, okay? Second of all, I did go ahead and move the 3 furnaces from right here to over here, because I didn't like where whenever you were looking at the base from this angle, the smoke was basically blocking the entire base. So I did move those furnaces down there. I also moved the the kiln down here. Originally I was gonna build this little base here and put the furnaces in there and then the kiln over here, but it doesn't let you put the furnaces in a base. As soon as you place them in a base, it literally renders the furnaces useless. So this here, I just decided whatever, I'll just make it a little shack and Galen can live in it or something, I guess. I don't know. So there's that little base. Now let's look at the base a little bit more. So on this front side of the base, I really couldn't put any windows or anything because, and I'll show you guys here, I made a staircase with an upstairs. Well, you've already seen it a little bit, but anyways, I couldn't put any windows there. I can't get up here. I wish I could get like up on top of that. Couldn't put any windows there. So what I started to do was detail it using these little like logs and stuff. So I just drew like lines with the logs every few wall pieces and then used these stick thingies to draw horizontal lines as well. So just to kind of give it a little bit more texture, a little bit more detail there. Now on this side, I did the same thing, but I also put a window there. So we got a nice little window and it's got its own little awning above it. Here's the porch, of course. A little bit of detailing on the porch. We got some chairs with a table. I can use the stool. Pretty cool. Sit on the porch. Okay. Let's go inside. So inside I did a couple things. First of all, I moved our storages. They are now upstairs and I actually switched them to chests. You'll see that shortly. Put our workbench and our armor workbench over here. I moved the campfire, the cooking fire, and the cutting table to over here, and I made it like a fireplace, sort of. So it's surrounded with stone, so that way it's not going to burn down the house, and it's tucked away in there. Pretty nice. Here's our bedroom. I just put like a little dresser thing there, I guess, for our bed, and a shelf there. Now this staircase, wow, I'm just so proud of this staircase. Look at this beautiful staircase here. Look at that beautiful staircase. I love how the staircase wraps like this. It wraps around. That's so cool. Okay. Now finally we go upstairs, and I just did this place as like a balcony basically. So this is a cool little hangout area, a balcony here. Okay, we can we sit down on these? Oh, doesn't let us sit down on those. Anyhow, here's our storage boxes. Moved these up here, and I made them actual wooden chests. Here is our weapon bench. Pretty cool. I tucked it because the weapon bench has to be inside in a base under a roof. So what I did for that was I just extended the roof off this side a little bit right here to give it a little bit of an awning, and that allows this weapon bench to work now. Pretty cool. And then for the roof, there really wasn't much I could do for the roof because of me building this little balcony. So I just made it where when the rain lands right here, it'll run off here and then run off of there off to the side of the house. And then same thing right here. This is our chimney right there. Let's do this. Oh, the chests. I did keep these organized the way that we had them there in the last episode. You know, food stuff, resource stuff, metal stuff, gear, ammo, and random stuff. Okay, let's go downstairs. Let's showcase now some of the other sides of the house. We'll go ahead and showcase the back side of the house now. All right, so for the back side of the house here, what I did was I didn't like how the foundations, the wooden foundations up here, were just kind of like floating. They didn't really look supported. So what I did for that was I just used these stone foundations. These are right here, foundation stone. And I just built up the stone foundations to be a support for the wooden foundations. And I did the same detailing with the poles and the sticks. And then I put 2 windows side by side right there. And then there's the balcony, a little bit of the balcony at least overhead right there. And then this side, here's our chimney. I wish I could get like a first-person camera, but there's our chimney there. Pretty cool. I put, the way that I got the smoke to come out the chimney was I actually used a furnace. I placed a furnace in the very top of the chimney, and that way it looks like there's actually smoke coming out of the chimney. Really, really neat stuff. So, anyhow, there's the new base. Pretty cool. I just, you know, kind of figured I'd go all out for this base this time and make it look really cool. All right. Let's now get into business. Let's see. We need to take a look at our map. All right. So we are actually going to have to travel over here to the 3rd island. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go use the fast travel, and we're going to jump right here. And then I'm going to run around to this side of the beach and place my boat down right here, and then we'll take off from there. So I'll see you guys when we get over to here. All right, everybody. So we are over here on the other side of the beach now, on the 2nd island. And I actually did have to go back to the base, and I grabbed our other fast travel bell right here. I went ahead and grabbed that, and while I was running along the beach, I was grabbing wood too because we need 20 wood for that. So what we're going to go ahead and do now is we will be launching our boat, and that's where we're headed, right over there to that island. This is the closest point to be able to get to there, so I just figured it made more sense to just launch the boat from here. So we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of a cut, or maybe a fast travel sail here over to the 3rd island. All right, everybody. So we are over here on the third island now. So what we're going to go ahead and do as usual is we are going to immediately get our fast travel bell down right there. Cool. Now we've got fast travel enabled between the three islands now. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Second, I am... let's see. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hack down these shipwreck pieces, and then we're going to go in island a little bit and get a little temporary camp set up so I can have local respawns over here. This looks like a nice little spot right here. Good little clearing. Here we go. Let's do a bonfire. Bonfire gives us a marker. We need 10 plant fiber. There we go. Let's go ahead and make our bed. Set our spawn. And then just in case, because I know we're probably going to get a decent little bit of loot. Let's just, yeah, we'll just use the nails for now and just set this up. Because we'll get the nails back when we break down this camp anyways. Because at the end, I'm going to do like I did with the second island. And once we finish this island, I'll bust down all this stuff and bring it all back to the main base to consolidate the loot there. So here we go. We got respawn set up over here, fast travel point set up. Let's go ahead and go to this marker right here and see what we got. All right, so it's just right over here. So we're actually just gonna not even do a cut, and we're just gonna walk right over. Okay, so I see one. Oh Lord, some dodo. All right, let's fight the dodo. All right. So I see, okay, I see 2 pirates. At least 2. Oh, 3. Okay, there's 3. Let me see if I can pull him. Can I pull just him? Perfect. All right, we got 1 guy. Come on. Yeah, you have to be like really close to them for them to like want to come to you, like run at you like this. All right, so we're just gonna bait him way off over here by himself. And now we're gonna take the fight. All right. 1 guy down. I wish I could crouch. I hope they bring stealth into this game where I can crouch. Or maybe even like distractions as well. It would be really neat if I could like distract a pirate and then lead another pirate off somewhere. Because if these 2 pirates get too close together, they'll activate at the same time and I'll have to fight 2 at once. But we did manage to pull 1 here, so let's take the fight right here. Perfect. We are going to go ahead and pop a bandage. He hit us once there, and that really hurt. That really hurt. Ouch, Charlie, you bit me. Oh, nice. We stun locked him. And he dies from that. Okay, sweet. Let's see what we got here. What was that? Just gunpowder? Okay, cool. Sorry, man. I'll get you out in just a second. Let me check my loot. Ooh, wow. We got a razor here. 245 slash. Let me see. 245 slash. 250 slash. Class S. Class A. Increases base crit hit chance by 10%. Attacks consume 1 less stamina. I don't know. I mean, maybe I can later on try to level this up too, just to see if it gets better than this. But right now, this sounds better. Obviously, it is better outright just because this is epic and it does 250 slash versus that does 245. However, what I'm thinking about is the bonuses down at the bottom. Increases base crit hit chance by 10%, or attacks consume 20% less stamina. I'm kind of liking the less stamina and the additional posture point. But maybe this one, once it's leveled up to epic, gets some really cool bonuses as well. Who knows? Let's go ahead and free our man here.
If you're freeing me, do it fast.
Are you hurt? There's a camp nearby. Cool. So we're sending him over to the camp. And let's go over here to the camp really quick ourselves. All right. We're going to store away some of these things. Cool. Let's see where we got to go to next. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go check out these two undiscovered places. And then maybe by the time we're here, we'll check out this. It'll just kind of be a path like that. All right, you guys. So it looks like this one is going to be just a mine. Let's go ahead and run to this one now. Okay, nice. So we actually have some sort of a POI here with this one. It shows 3 chests here. So we're going to go ahead and go in here and get these 3 chests. Okay. We don't have our lamp on us today. That's fine. It is pretty dark, but we'll deal with it. Here's a chest right here immediately. Ooh, oh yeah, let me show you this. This is really, really cool. I need to figure out how to make more of these or get more, but this here is a drink that no matter where you're at, takes you to your last revival point. So right now for us, if I were to drink it, it would actually just take us back to this camp. But if I had my spawn set on the bed at the main camp, it would take me all the way back over there. So pretty cool. 2 ways to fast travel in this game. You can either go to your fast travel bells and jump between islands, or you know, wherever you have your bed set, you can use these potions and jump to that. Okay, we've got another chest right here. More gunpowder and more of this piastre, or piastre. This is some kind of currency in this game, I think. And then we've got officer's notes. Oh, okay, and we've got a wall right here. Let's read these notes really quick, though. Those deadbeats have grown completely lazy. Once we raise anchor, I'll have them keep the night watch for a month. They claim they're scared, say there's rustling behind the wall that won't let them sleep. And that's the wall we're about to break. So let's see what the rustling is all about. Okay, so right off the bat, we do see a drowned over here. He's a level 3 drowned. Let's go ahead and get a shot off on him. Again. Maybe we can even manage to reload before he makes it over here. Yep. And again. Alright, now he's probably just going to die to 1 swing. 2. Oh boy. We got to get some food in us. So we do not want to get all these guys angry at us at once. Okay, we need to figure out a way to pull just one. I think I'm going to try to pull this guy right here. Oh no. Yeah, we got 2 of them on us. Okay, okay. Let's see what we can do. Perfect. Okay. Not bad. So let's go ahead now and take on this guy. Let's give him a shot. Oh, we lost a posture. Okay. Okay. That one was a little bit worse, but no big deal. Ooh. Minor Prospector Ring. Resource gathering consumes 35% less stamina. That's actually really nice. We're going to pop a bandage here instead of a health potion. In times when you're out of combat, I think you definitely want to use bandages to heal because those take longer to use and longer to heal you. When you're in combat, save your health potions for in combat situations. They give you more health quicker and you can use them quicker. All right, that ring. Okay, the ring, nice. So the ring goes in its own slot. So it looks like you can wear necklaces and rings in this game. So pretty cool. We've got an permanent bonus now for resource gathering where it'll consume 35% less stamina. So when we are swinging and stuff, it consumes less stamina. Pretty nice. And I think that is actually it for this place. Yeah. We do have the green check mark on the mini-map there, so we can go ahead and get out of here and go to our actual quest location. Ooh, okay, so we are at the location here, and right off the bat, there's a sailor. Okay, and he spotted me, so we're gonna try to pull him off. Hopefully he's by himself. Yep, looks like he is. And we're gonna take the fight. Oh, he's... Oh, he's gonna kill me if I'm not careful. Need to be careful. Okay, got him. Chewie. Okay, that was close there. I was really not blocking and everything like I should have been. I was just going crazy, just attacking. All right, we got another level 6 sailor right here. Let's go ahead and grab that one. Pull him off. And let's do a little bit better of a job this time at blocking and stuff. Go ahead and swing. Oh, he did 2 swings. Oh, 3! Cheeky little bugger. Cheeky little bugger. No, 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 no. Let's pop a potion. Block, block, and there we go. Whoo, that was close. Almost messed it up. We gotta get a bandage now. Alright. Almost messed that up. So, ooh, wow, there's 3 more guys. Okay. 3 more. We gotta find a way to get them by themselves. Oh no, there's another guy. Oh, he's a sergeant. Level 6 sergeant. Okay, so he's near another sailor right now. If I trigger him, he's probably going to trigger the guy next to him because they're so close. We need to wait and see which one walks away from who. Okay, that guy's walking away. Let's see if we can trigger the sergeant. Yep, okay, we've got the sergeant. Come on, sergeant, come on. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, we've got the sergeant by himself. We're going to pull him off from the rest of his sailors, rest of his crew. And let's take the fight. Okay, I don't like having my back to that trash there. Oh, he tried to shoot me. Block, block, and now it's our turn. Block, block, and he's stunned. Shoot him right in his face. Again, and now we kill him. Wow, Sergeant down. Okay, really quickly before I engage these other guys, just because I am me, I'm gonna take out these shipwreck pieces. All right, so we got a little bit more wood and nails there. Switch back to our sword and let's go check out the situation again. So we've managed to kill the sergeant and one of the other sailors. Let's see. Oh, we've got a guy right here and I think he is by himself. Yeah, let's pull him. We're gonna pull him off over here and we'll take the fight. Oh, nope, we'll take the fight right here because if not, there's a drown back there. Oh, he did 2 Swings. Get my stamina back. Block. And he's stunned, and he's dead. Okay, we're gonna pop a bandage. Okay, how many people do we have left now at this point? 2, I see at least 2. Let's see if we can pull this guy. Come on. No, no, no. Don't go get your buddy. Oh, there's 3 guys left. Okay. We managed to pull just one, though. We're going to go ahead and take the fight right here. Okay, I didn't like... That was not smart of me to take the fight in that bush. And he's dead. Pop another bandage. We want every little bit of health we can have during these fights. Alright. Hopefully we should just have 2 guys left now at this point. Getting some of this shrubbery out of the way. Okay, guy right there. Let's pull him. Come on, come on, come on. Quit walking backwards. Hate how they do that. You have to get like really close to them for them to want to run at you. Block, block. Oh, he did 3 swings. Cheeky bugger, block. And he did 1 that time. Block, block. He's stunned, and we should have him here. There we go. He did 3 swings that time, cheeky little bugger. Alright, I think there can't be many more. Let's go ahead and shoot this guy. Ooh. Gotta reload. And he's dead. Okay, hopefully that's it. Let's see. Yeah, I see a treasure chest right there. Anything in here? This is our crewman. Let's go ahead and get him. Get out of here. Perfect. Okay, just one quick interaction. Here's our other guy. Alright, send them both back to the camp and get our treasure. Okay, here we go. So we got some more of this currency. Blackbeard Crew's 3rd map. A map that can lead its owner to treasures hidden in the... Oh, wow. Wow. We're going to have to figure out how to look at that. Naval supplies and the Marksman Tricorn. Okay, here we go. So... Remember, you know, earlier, or the past 2 episodes, I think, I kept preaching to you guys about how I do not like making these other leather clothes and using up my resources because you're going to get better gear. Here now you see we are having to replace this piece that we crafted, and we got a better piece, and now that's just going to get shoved in a box and forgotten about, or dropped on the ground eventually. I don't know. But now that we have 2 pieces of the Marksman Tricorn, we now have the 2 out of 2 sprinting, jump, and dash consume 30% less stamina. So that paired with this, we have 2 pieces of this, which is attacks consume 20% less stamina. So we've got attacks, sprint, jump, and dash that all consume significantly less stamina now. Plus this saber, attacks consume 20% less stamina. So in total, we're actually getting 40% less stamina cost for our attacks. Pretty cool. Alright, so what we're going to do now is travel to the last point of interest, which is just over here, and free, it looks like, the last of our crew. So I'll see you guys when we get over there. Alright, everybody, so we have made it to the last camp here. On the way, I did kill some boars and collect some food items, some cayenne peppers and bananas and whatnot. And actually, I see some more peppers over here. I'm going to go and snag those. Perfect. All right. So I actually have a full inventory now. I'm going to drop these pepper seeds since I think right now farming isn't really in the game anyways. So we can drop those seeds, I feel, pretty safely. The stone I'll keep for now, but if I get full, if I can't grab this stuff over here, then I'll drop the stone then. But let's see what we're dealing with here at the next camp. So we've got, I see at least 2 guys already. I'm going to try to pull this one. He looks to be pretty much by himself. So we're going to pull him off. And let's take the fight. Okay, he's using single swings so far. And he's dead. Alright, I see the other guy here. He's got his back facing me, and I don't see any other people, so we're going to go ahead and just pop a shot in him. Oh, should have waited. He's dead. Okay, what do we got here? Some more gunpowder. Some more gunpowder, bandages, and there we go. Look at there. So we're gonna go ahead and switch this out too. And there we go. We've now got full blue or rare level gear. 3 pieces of the marksman set here actually. Which 3, it doesn't really help us any more than 2 did. I mean, the difference between this and that is actually nothing. Both of these give just 100 defense. So, and until we get 4 pieces of marksman gear, we're not going to get that second buff there where it increases range damage by 15%. So we're really no different than just having that. But anyways, oh, we are hungry. Let's go ahead and do that. And then let's rescue the last bit of our crew. Actually, I'm going to use a bandage. And we're going to rescue the last bit of our crew.
Next time
There we go. Everybody has been rescued now. And what I'm going to do is I see some debris like here and over there and over there. So I'm going to cut these down, get some more free nails. And then we'll figure out what we're doing there. All right, so we got some more free nails. Let's see. 8 nails now. So let's take a look at our journal actually really quickly. Or no, here, what is this? Curious. We got Blackbeard Crew's 3rd map. A map that can lead its owner to treasure hidden in the archipelago by Blackbeard's crew. X marks the spot. Yeah, but we can't look at it. I think this is something that's going to unfortunately come later on. Talents? Wait, what? Wait. No way. No way, you guys. I literally, I promise you, the first... See, I've played this demo now twice, fully through. I did it once off camera when I first got the game to just, you know, see what it's about, see if it was worthy of making a series out of. Then I did it on camera the second time where that footage got messed up. It was just too crappy due to the mic issue and I didn't want to use it. And now this is my 3rd time, and I tell you, each time I never knew that there was any points or any sort of leveling yourself up. Well, I mean, I knew there was a level, but I didn't know it gave you points to apply or anything like that. So it looks like here we have 9 available stat points and 3 available talent points. Let's take a look at stats. So agility increases effectiveness of agility-based weapons, which that's what we're currently using right now. If we go back over, our favorite weapon right now is an agility-based weapon. 250 slash. So I think what I want to do is I want to level up some agility and vitality. Let's do like 3 in agility, 3 in vitality. And then what's endurance? Stamina is consumed while performing actions such as dashing, jumping, sprinting, and attacking. Let's do more health. We'll do 6 in health, 3 in agility. And look at there, we just gained more health. And then let's look at our weapon now. Okay, it still just says it does 250 slash. Oh, wait. No, 160 attack. No, that's what it was doing before, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I'll see it in editing. All right, talents. What do we got here? Right off the bat, these two sound great. I use slashing weapons, so getting 3% more damage sounds great. Let's lock that in. Plus, Marathon Runner grants 20% additional stamina. I'm all the time running out of stamina in fights, so let's get more stamina. Here's what I think we're going to do. We're going to give ourselves more stamina and then a little bit more damage with slashing weapons. Let's lock that in. Oh, and you can actually, you can use the Piastri to reset your points, your skill points. Okay, sweet. Sweet. So now we've got more stamina and more health. That's really cool. Look at our health bar. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 notches big now. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 stamina notches now too. That's great. That's so great for us. I'm so glad I found that. But let's look at our adventure tab now and see what we've got. Finish the repairs and get the ship afloat. Free other sailors. Let's track that one. What is it wanting us to do? I think we're gonna have to go back to this now that we've got all the crew, is what we're gonna have to do. So let's do this. Oh wait, Blackbeard crew's third map. Wait, hold on. Let's use this thing real quick and jump over to our camp. I've actually never used one of these yet. It's like you're passing out drunk, basically. That's it. That's cool. So we used that. Let's go ahead and throw stuff in here real quick. Like that. Clear our inventory up. And then just so happens that the treasure is literally right here at our camp. So it shows it's right. It's probably right there. It's literally probably right there. I never did this last game, or the last playthrough as well. I never did this either. This is crazy. What do we got here? Ancient incense burner, 50 more of this currency, and 3 Tumbaga ingots, which is great. Those are used for leveling your gear up and stuff, so that's awesome. We got 3 more of that stuff. Wow, that's actually so cool. Is there, I wonder if there's any more, like, is there some over here or like over here? No. Okay, not a big deal. Okay, so I think what we are gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and jump over to this island really quick. Or actually, no, here's what I'm gonna do. Actually, I'm gonna take and consolidate all this loot back at the main base first. Okay, over here, and then from there we'll jump from here to this island, and then I'll probably see you guys when we get over here to this boat. All right, everybody, so we have arrived back over here at our boat, and it looks like we've got a swollen drown that wants to fight. We need to get some food in us. And we'll go ahead and pop a bandage while he's just standing there. Look how much damage this sword does now. Wow. That actually does a good bit of damage now. That's crazy. Okay. So let's go ahead now and see if we can finish this. To finish the repairs and get her afloat, we'll need hands. 7 men should do. What am I missing? What am I missing? I don't understand. Is there... Oh, did I forget about a sailor here or something? I think that's what happened. Let me get on my boat. Is it still showing that icon there? Is that what I did? I think. Where was it? Over here. Let's go over there really quickly. Is that what I did? Did I leave a poor sailor in the cage over here?
Careful.
I did. Okay, there we go. All right. What's the deal now? What is it saying now? Okay, so rescuing the crew is done. I need a bigger boat. Finish repairs and get the ship afloat. Okay, so now do I gotta just kind of go over there? Let's see. All right, I'm gonna run back over to the boat now that I've did that little thing, and then we'll see if this gets it. All right, so we've arrived back over at the boat. Let's see if now it works. We need 7 men. Okay, perfect. Launch the ship with the crew aboard. Guys, oh my gosh, there's our ship. Finally, there's our ship. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, we did get some stat points. Let me see. Yeah, we got 3 more stat points and 1 more talent point for hitting level 5. Let's put these in. Let's do... Honestly, let's do more health. Yeah, let's just do more health, because I feel like I'm doing good damage already, or good damage off the agility, so let's just do more health. Like, I can always use some more health. Alright, we'll go to talents now, and we've got 1 more point over here. Grants 50% additional stamina. Honestly, or 50 more stamina. Let's just go for the more stamina. All the way, more stamina. So we got more health and more stamina, and we're just doing a little bit more damage there. Next, let's move our boat a little bit closer by pressing K and calling the catch. There we go. Wow, look at that beautiful boat, you guys. Let's go ahead and swim over to the boat and get on board. Okay, so we've got some crewmen already chilling. These are the guys that we rescued. They're probably just, you know, glad to belong somewhere again. Glad to be a part of a crew. They're probably going to be more than loyal. Awesome, awesome stuff. Look how beautiful this ship looks. Wow. Let's go check downstairs. So we got some barrels of rum down here. We got hammocks all over, hammocks galore. Bunch of grain, probably, I would imagine. Bunch of grain, gunpowder, you know, whatever, cannonballs. Nice. Okay. So, let's talk about big ship controls.
Yep, not the helm.
So first of all, obviously you can get on the wheel by pressing E. And then there's 2 things you can do. You can either press F and be in the 3rd person view like this. Okay, and maybe we'll grab a shot like that. Or you can press F again and be in this view. Now, I don't have cannons right now, so we're gonna have to wait till we get cannons for me to show you the other controls. But this boat sails the same way as the little boat does, except for it goes faster. So when I press W once, it gives 1 notch, 2 notches, 3 notches, and 4 notches. And this boat goes much, much faster, obviously. So we are gonna go ahead and probably do a little bit of sailing montage, and we're gonna sail back over here so you guys can see at least a little bit of sailing. Oh, something else that this boat has that the little boat doesn't is down in the bottom right hand corner, you may notice this little music symbol with a B under it. Let's press that.
All right. Oh, whiskey is the life of man. Oh, whiskey, Johnny. I drink whiskey when I can. Oh, whiskey for my Johnny. Oh, whiskey is the life of man. Oh, whiskey, Johnny. Whiskey from an old tin can. Oh, whiskey for
They got different songs as well. I believe if we turn it off and on,
Way, hey,
there we go.
hey, Bob, I'm bully in the alley. Way, bully in the alley. Help me, Bob, I'm bully in the alley. Bully down
You know, I
in
looked up the meaning of bully, and
Sally's
apparently
the girl
it means
that I
drunk.
love
So they're saying, help me, I'm drunk in the alley, by the way.
Sally is the girl that I love nearly. Bully down in Shinbone Hall. Oh, help me, Bob, I'm bully in the alley. Way, bully in the alley. Help me,
Pretty cool, you guys. Pretty cool. So we have actually almost arrived here on our home island. Let's go ahead and slow the boat down. And actually, I'm just going to go ahead and just boom and do like that and just teleport up here. And it'll park our ship right there. So pretty cool, rather than having to try to pull up and, you know, risk ramming your boat on the island and stuff. Because right now the controls for the boat is pretty crude. You can just do that and kind of have it park your boat nice and pretty. And actually, if I just press K again, there we go. Face the boat outwards. Sweet. So let's go in here, store our items away, and then it wants us to talk to Dr. Galen.
The body endures more than we think.
All right, let's go talk to Galen down here. I heard him. I heard him. Where was he at? He was somewhere down here. It sounded like, at least. Where'd he go? Oh, Galen, where you hiding out? Do this to me, Galen. Where you hiding now? I literally heard him talk. He interrupted us. Okay. I'm gonna try to reload the game really quickly and see if that will bring Galen back. I don't know if he's like accidentally glitched inside the base somewhere, in the rock somewhere or something. But yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna reload the game and see if that'll bring him back. All right, so we're back and there we go. There's Dr. Galen. All right, so let's see what he wants. How can I help? The ship is afloat and the crew is ready to sail. We can get out here. We can get out of here. I'm afraid that is not possible, Captain. Why is that, Galen? I admit I haven't been completely honest with you, Captain. Do you remember that strange artifact the pirates found aboard your ship? Yeah, I remember it. What about it? I took service on your ship for the sole purpose of delivering that artifact to the homeland at the governor's request. Wow. So this dude whole time is a double agent, basically. Now, it doesn't sound like it's for evil purposes, okay? It's at the governor's request, and he's not out to harm us. He just needs to get the artifact. But he didn't tell us this at the beginning. He kept it a secret. You know, he lied. I think I'm going to go with this. Are you actually a doctor? I'd like to know who I'm traveling with. I'm indeed a doctor, and I keep a practice on Tortuga. I hope I can return there soon. If there's anything left to return to, that is. We still must recover the artifact, whatever the cost. Honestly, yeah, I could care less about the artifact. Like, this dude's mission, that's his own deal. Why do I need to be in on it? You were dead, Captain. A bullet took you in the heart. Thomas Richards killed you there upon the deck. Trust a physician. No man lives through such a wound. And yet you stand here, walking, speaking, and breathing. I would wager my scalpel that it is bound up with the artifact Mr. Richards took. How are you so sure? The governor had eyes everywhere, especially among Edward Teach's lackeys. Rumor has it Blackbeard has a similar artifact and uses it to turn men into obedient undead. I believe the marks on your body are no disease, but nothing less than a transformation that is underway. None can say how much time you have left. If anything can save you, it's the artifact and its mysterious powers. Alright, say I believe you. How do we get it, though? I questioned the rescued sailors. They say Thomas Richards, the pirate who took our ship, lies hole up not far from here. He has set up a fortified camp in one of the caves. There's only one way in, and the gate is almost always locked. You can get inside if you take the black marks from Richard's lieutenants that are guarding 2 large jungle camps. We got 200 experience for this, and that's it. All right, so basically, come to find out, Galen is a double agent, you know, working for the government back on Tortuga to try and get the artifact. That's why dude has been so sus, you know, coming up, showing up out of nowhere, everything like that, being weird, you know? All right, so now that we have done that, all that is really left is, well, let's look at our journal and see, is we have this Seafarer quest right here. Now, we do have this Glorious Hunters, but unfortunately this one we can't do, to be continued. But we do have Seafarer here, and it's going to want us to, you know, build a shipwright's workshop and, you know, do some upgrades and things to our ship. However, guys, we're already over an hour on this video. So what we're going to do is we're going to call it for episode 4 of the Windrose demo series. And next time when we come back, we're going to go ahead and get the ship outfitted. You know, we'll probably even do a build montage, building a pier and everything with the shipwright and a wharf and everything, get the ship outfitted, and we'll see what is in store for us at that point. Again, as always, thank you guys for watching another long one here. Hopefully pretty action-packed, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Please, you know, I'm going to say this at the end of every video, but please, if you don't mind, throw me your free like and your free subscribe. It would mean a ton to me, and I just thank you guys for watching.